Hello, I'm Fast Lawyer. Today we're going to review Spaceteam VR, a multiplayer focused party game that can also be played single player. I would describe it as a mix between Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes and Star Trek Bridge Crew. This game released on May 21st, 2020. It's available for all the major VR headsets. It was released by developer Cooperative Innovations. It normally retails for $20. I got this through Viveport Infinity, and I can confirm it works perfectly fine on the Oculus Quest. So this is a party-focused game, and you're given commands on a display, and the commands aren't always one-to-one translations to what you're supposed to do, so they do throw you off with the odd wording, and plus just your control panel has some strange configurations as well as some nonsensical labels on the instrument. So you'll be moving knobs, moving switches, and you'll have to go faster and faster, and along the way you're given curveballs. For example, your control panel will go on fire, it'll start breaking, an alien will invade and it'll start throwing slime at your control panel. You have to wipe it off with a sponge. It can go on fire, so you have to use the fire extinguisher. If it breaks, you have to put the hammer on, or you might have to shoot some aliens bothering you along the way. So things get pretty hectic, and then mayhem ensues. With multiplayer, it gets even more difficult because you'll be given commands, orders to give to your teammates, and vice versa. So it gets pretty crazy pretty quickly, especially on the harder difficulties. And so obviously this game becomes just overall craziness. And if you like that type of party experience, this is a fun game to have. However, that's also the fault of this game. Every single time that I played this game, I did look up the multiplayer, see if anybody was online, and nobody was ever online. And I did host several sessions, and obviously nobody ever joined up. So this game really does not have a player base. So if you're wanting to buy this game to do the multiplayer experience, then you'll need friends with VR headsets who are willing to coordinate with you to get times to get together to play this game, because it's very unlikely that you'll find a multiplayer game for this game outside of scheduled ones with your friends. Now you can also play either local multiplayer or across the internet if you use something like Discord, where you can talk to each other online by using the mobile app. So if you go to stvr.app and you'll get the code from the VR user, you can join in the game either locally or across the internet. Now I did try the mobile app myself, and I wasn't a big fan of it just because it was a little too simple. However, obviously the game is still very fun for the VR user, because again, you're going to be shouting commands, and that's where a lot of the craziness comes in. But obviously the VR user gets the benefit of the 3D visuals and also just the use of the motion controls, which gives you the immersion of, pulling on those switches, turning those knobs, and obviously that's where the fun comes in. For me personally, just it gives you that immersion that you just can't get from the mobile phone app. But if you have a friend who's okay with using the mobile version, the VR user will still have the same amount of fun. Obviously, it's better if you can get everyone to play in VR. Now, this game does have several negative reviews on Steam, and that makes sense because this is an online multiplayer focused game, but there really is not a player base for this game. I never ran across anybody else. I would try to join multiplayer, there was nobody. I would join as host and see if anybody would join me, and that never happened. But people also mentioned that it's very buggy or that the controls weren't very polished. I did not find that to be my experience, except for one thing. One time during my playtime for this game, I did try to move one of the levers. I slid it across and it kind of just wouldn't stay where I wanted to. And you can see that on the video earlier if you look closely at it. People also mentioned connection issues. Obviously I can't talk about that because I wasn't able to join a party. But I can say that local multiplayer with the phone app worked perfectly fine. I did not have an issue with that. You can play this game either seated or standing. It is running on the Unreal Engine on my 1060 GTX. I was getting about 60 frames per second. However, I was running it through Oculus Link since I was using the Oculus Quest. So I would say it was running fine. I really don't have any complaints as far as optimization. So I do think this game can be fun if you have a group of friends with VR and they're either willing to buy the game or have Viveport Infinity, or if you have friends who are willing to play this with you through the mobile app, although I don't think it'll be that much fun for them personally. So because I was unable to play this with other VR players, I'm not going to give it a final score. However, I would caution anyone against buying this game unless you have a group of friends willing to play this with you. The single player experience just isn't fun enough. Plus, I played other VR party games, multiplayer party games that are just more fun than this one. This one's just a little too simple. It's like a one-trick pony. That one-trick pony is fun, but there's just not enough dynamic gameplay here to keep you coming back for more. There's a reason why there's a low player base for this game. Anyways, I'm Fast Lawyer. If you like my review, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, have a wonderful day. Goodbye.